All right. Welcome back to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. This is episode number 27. And it's the Daily Walk edition of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. I'm back at Red Morton Park. The sun had come out a second ago after we got some rain earlier on today. I'm recording this in the afternoon. But it seems to have gone away. And I put on my shades just in case. I'm just going to leave them on. Fuck it. And let me get to the topic right away today before I forget the topic, because it's a very, very, very crucial one. Okay? Okay. You know, women are bullshitting themselves when they say they want a nice guy. Do nice guys actually finish last? One more time. Women are bullshitting themselves when they say they want a nice guy. Do nice guys actually finish last? Well, the truth of the matter is, yes, they actually finished last. And that's going to wrap it up today. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. See you next time. Just kidding. That's the real simple answer there. That's why I mentioned the topic right away before I, update you folks on what's been going on with my website and some other things, like I enjoy doing at the beginning of all my daily walk videos here. But yeah, stick around for that topic because, it's a pretty common question nowadays, and I think both men and women are confused by it. But I'm not confused by it. I know exactly, maybe not 100% exactly. I don't think any man knows exactly what a woman wants, but I more so understand what a woman responds to. And the funny thing is, I don't even think women realize what they respond to. They think they know what they respond to, but they don't. I've had a lot of experience in this aspect, and I'll share that with you folks in just a little bit. But let me update you folks on some other things. Like I mentioned, I believe in yesterday's video and the day before yesterday, that I was going to have my new intro video all done and a secondary video where I invite people to submit their, questions or stories to my video relationship sanctuary, and that way I can respond to you in a future video. I actually recorded those videos earlier today, and when I went to play them back, the video quality was shitty. When I record in studio videos, I use my professional Canon Vixia R700 camera. It's a 1080p nice camera. Got a nice lens on it. Got a wide angle lens. And I forgot to do one setting, the manual focus. I forgot to manually focus my camera, and the video quality came out shitty. So I'm kind of pissed off a little bit because now I have to redo those videos. I don't want to put out crappy quality videos. Just so you all know, anytime when you're recording video, if you have an option to use manual focus, that is the best way to go. Because if you use autofocus and you move around, the camera is going to automatically try to focus on the fly, and a lot of times you're going to see some blur in your video. So if you've ever noticed in some videos that you watch, you see the person coming in and out of focus, it is because they're using the autofocus feature, which is going to automatically try to adjust the focus on the fly even while you're recording, and it gives you shitty video quality, or it looks unprofessional. So you use manual focus, but when you use manual focus, whenever you move your camera to a different place, or you zoom in or zoom out to get the best shot for your recording, you have to readjust the manual focus. And I forgot to fucking do that. So, oh well, I'll probably record those videos later tonight or by tomorrow and have them up soon. So that way they could be on the front page of my website. Right now, the front page of my website is showing thumbnails of my former coaching businesses intro videos or intro video and the submission to the sanctuary video. The former videos are out there. If you click on them, it'll just say that the videos aren't available because they're no longer there. So hopefully I'll have those updated by later tonight or tomorrow if I'm not too tired after my walk and processing and uploading this video and getting this out today. I'll reshoot them tonight and it'll be all good in the hood. That's right, I said all good in the hood. Some people don't like it when I say that. I've been picking on some people from my past lately. All in good spirit, all in good spirit. Just, having fun with you all, okay? Don't take it too seriously. Everyone loves Coach Eli out there. I just know it, right? I have that confidence radiating from me. I think it's my confidence that really annoys some people that don't like me, but the people that love me, and agree with my message, they love it. Anyway, that's about it for updates right now. I've just been working really hard, just revamping this coaching business and putting my heart and soul into it and still trying to have a personal life at the same time. It's just one of those struggles you have to balance when you're trying to get a business going. You have to balance out your, personal life with your family, your friends, significant others. It's not easy. And if you're anything like me, when you make a stupid mistake, like I did earlier today, forgetting to hit the manual focus button and manually focusing my camera before recording those two videos I was mentioning a second ago, you feel like you wasted your time. It's time you can't recover. Now you got to go and redo them when you could have been doing something else. And a lot of men struggle with that, or a lot of men have an issue with that. Okay? So anyway, let's just move forward and get to today's topic. Okay? Okay. Women are bullshitting themselves when they say they want a nice guy. Do nice guys actually finish last? One more time. Women are bullshitting themselves when they say they want a nice guy. Do nice guys actually finish last? And once again, this is Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition, episode number 27. Wow, already done 27 episodes. Going to be to 100 pretty soon. I love doing these. At the same time, I do my daily walks and stay fit and become more fit. It just feels good. So, the reason I am doing this video is I was inspired by another video that came up in my YouTube suggested video section on my YouTube app on my phone. And it was this one guy. It was actually a MGTOW guy, an unknown MGTOW guy. There are so many MGTOW channels out there. MGTOW stands for Men Going Their Own Way, if you're unaware. It's a group of men that have decided the downside risk of dating or marrying women in today's modern world is too great, so they withdraw or they proceed with caution. I am one that proceeds with caution because I love female company. Okay? I don't want to give up female company. The purpose of life is to, associate yourself with the opposite sex, or if you're gay, the same sex. Okay? And to build those relationships and have a future with somebody. That's what the purpose of life has always been, or supposed to be, in my eyes. And in a higher power's eyes as well, who created this world. Okay? So, anyway, I'm losing my train of thought here for a second because this topic here is a pretty good one. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to avoid. There are a lot of people coming around me here, even a couple of kids, and I don't want them to say, "Hey, are you vlogging?" That's what they do. I was a little shit when I was younger myself. I used to do shit like that. You know, in today's day and age, if I saw somebody vlogging, I would say, "Hey, are you vlogging?" I'd probably do the same thing. It's more so, guys that do it than gals. I've noticed when I'm at the park, it's like the little boys. They love to stir the pot. They see you walking around with a selfie stick and a camera and a headset. Are you vlogging? Hey, hey, we want to be in your fucking video. Anyway, so let's get back to the topic here. And anyway, like I was saying, I remember. There's a MGTOW guy that was doing this video and took a clip from the show The View, a daytime show, with a bunch of ladies that share their experiences. And these ladies were talking about, the fact that they really admire and want a nice guy. And they feel that, nice guys don't finish last. And they also feel that, I'm trying to remember what one of them said, is that, there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy, or I cannot remember the actual words that they used. But yeah, these ladies were saying, yeah, we've dated guys from the hood, and it was all good, but it's like it just ended. It's like we dated the bad boys, and they took care of us in one aspect, but the other aspect was missing. And now we're looking for a nice guy. So these ladies always would choose to go with the bad boy over the nice guy. And while that may not sound like it makes a lot of sense, there's a reason why the women do it. There's a reason why the women do it. It is because the bad boys, they have a lot of self-confidence, and they're not afraid to be themselves. They don't kiss a woman's ass. They don't put a woman on a pedestal. Okay? And they're just being who they are. They don't value a woman above them. Okay? So what happens? These women hook up with these guys because they're probably good-looking guys. They have confidence, maybe a little arrogance. They have sex with them, and the sex is fucking fantastic. Because these guys know how to fuck. These guys know how to turn on a woman sexually. They know how to attract women. They know what triggers a woman's attraction, which is confidence. Okay? It's having the confidence and being full and happy within yourself as a man, and not coming off as weak, needy, desperate, or insecure as many, if not all, nice guys come off. But what happens to these women after they've been with these guys for a while? They're getting the shit fucked out of them. They're feeling good sexually. They're turned on. The guy's hot and sexy. And they're being fulfilled in that way. Well, several months into it, or maybe a year or so into it, they start talking to this guy. Maybe they start getting emotional feelings. And women always want to naturally emotionally bond with somebody they've been with for a while. After a while, the honeymoon period ends. Having great sex is not going to be good enough for them, which I don't blame women for that. Okay? So what do they want? They want more. They try to get more from the bad boy, and the bad boy is like, nope, I'm just looking for friends with benefits. I like the way things are. I'm not looking for anything serious. If you don't like these terms, then maybe, we shouldn't see each other anymore. Okay? So now they're no longer seeing that guy. And maybe they're a little frustrated in there and they're wondering why they can't convert that bad boy into a bad boy that also wants to connect with them emotionally and mentally and spiritually, right? They try and they try and they try. And then in many cases, after they break up with them, they'll reach out to that guy 2, 3 months later when they haven't found anyone else to replace that guy to hook up for sex because they knew the sex was so great and there was a level of comfort in being with that guy for a little while, even though he's not the right guy, right? So what happens? Then they go, out and say, you know what? I'm tired of the bad boys. I want to find myself a nice guy. No more bad boys for me. I'm going to find myself a nice fucking guy. So what do these ladies do? They go out there. Maybe it's on an online dating site like Match.com, Plenty of Fish, OkCupid. Maybe it's at the club. Maybe it's at church. Maybe it's wherever they go and socialize, right? And they find a good-looking guy that is super duper nice, has a great job, makes good money, drives a nice car, has a nice house, has his shit together, and it looks very promising to them. And he's a really, really nice guy. He's such a nice guy. He opens the door for his woman, which I don't see a problem with that, even if for any guy. And he compliments her like every hour. He starts doing everything for her. He starts putting her on a pedestal. And initially, the woman is going to love this because it's something that she hasn't experienced. She's used to the other side of being with a bad boy that won't give in to any of her demands. And let me make this clear. All women have demands. Maybe demands is a strong word, but every woman has needs and wants. It's a better way to put it. Every woman has needs and wants. Okay? And so when the bad boy can't give them the needs and wants, they look at those needs and wants through the nice guy. But the nice guy is the type of guy that's going to conform to all of her wants and needs and is not going to be the type of guy that's going to stand up for himself when she starts to, test his masculine core to see how strong he is. Because women will naturally test your strength. They'll do certain things without even realizing it to see how strong you are with or without them. They may not call you for a few days when they were calling you every day initially to see how you're going to react to that. And the nice guy is going to respond to it in a way where he's going to say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a few days. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And that's the biggest fucking turnoff, especially early on when you're getting to know someone. And nice guys don't get that. What you're supposed to do in that situation is just, hey, if she hasn't contacted you, just let her be. Because if she really was into you and you give her the space, she's going to start missing you. And then she's going to wonder why you haven't contacted her. But if you, are such a nice guy and you're dating somebody new that used to be with a bad boy, and now because she hasn't reached out to you for a few days, you're all over her, texting her left and right. Hey, where are you? Where have you been? We're not talking every day. Is everything okay? Are we good? A bad boy's not going to react in that way. And these women are used to the way the bad boy behaves. They're not used to a guy always checking in to see how they're doing, especially early on in the relationship. Now, down the road, after you've built a committed relationship, it's a different story. But this is initially, okay? So the woman is thinking that, okay, she's happy with this nice guy, but something feels off. Something just doesn't feel right. And what doesn't feel right is the fact that she feels that he is emotionally and mentally weaker than her. And when a woman feels emotionally stronger and mentally stronger than a man, it's a big turnoff. Because then she knows whether she wants to or not, she can control him. I'm not saying that all women are controlling. Many are. Some aren't. But once a woman in her head figures that you're such a nice guy or too nice of a guy, to the point of where she can control you if she wanted to, whether she chooses to do so or not, it's a big turnoff to her, because now she knows she has the power. Now she knows that she's in control, and it turns her off. It doesn't matter how good looking you are. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter if you drive the nicest cars, have the nicest house, wear the nicest clothes, wear the best cologne. It doesn't fucking matter. You have turned her off emotionally, because you're coming off emotionally weak, and she's picking up on that. Women are attracted to a man's strength. They're attracted to a man's emotional strength. Physical strength too, but more so emotional strength. Guys and gals, but primarily guys, fuck this shit up. If you learn anything from this video, understand that women are attracted to a man's emotional strength, emotional security, and emotional stability. And if they sense any fucking weakness in any one of those three things I just mentioned, you're done. Or you're on your way out. But what happens in some cases after these women have been with a bad boy, okay, all this time, and now they're with a nice guy, and they've picked up on the fact that he's a nice guy, and they've picked up that they can control him, but they haven't basically called him out on it. If this guy is providing a certain type of lifestyle for this woman, or he has resources that she needs, she may exploit that weakness within him and take advantage of him and make him feel like everything is going great until she gets everything she can out of him or wants from him. And once that happens and he can't provide that anymore, she will leave him and run off to the next guy. And that's what happens. And that's exactly what fucking happens. It's happened to me many times. I'm sure it's happened to you. Okay? And the reason why I'm doing this video here today is because I'm really fucking tired of hearing women say, you know, we want a nice guy. I'm looking for a nice guy. Are you really looking for a nice guy? Does the thought of having a nice guy in your life turn you on? Okay? You're more turned on by the bad boy. Again, because the bad boy has confidence, a little bit of arrogance, and doesn't conform to all your wants and needs, makes it challenging for you. And you know that you can't have your way with the bad boy, which turns you on and keeps you around, because you're going to continue to try to get your way with him. But the stronger he is and resists all the shit tests you're throwing at him, the more it turns you on. So you say you want a nice guy. The nice guy's gonna basically give you everything you want. What's challenging about that? Nothing. It's too simple. Once you get it, you're going to be bored and you're going to move the fuck on. But you don't realize that early on. You say you want a fucking nice guy. You want a really nice guy. Women, you're bullshitting yourselves because you're emotional beings. What you really want is the best of both worlds, which is the right thing to do, in my opinion. Let me talk about that here, okay, before I wrap up this video. Let's see, how long have we gone for? 24 minutes. Okay. So what is the best way to be as a man nowadays? And what do I feel women really want? They want a hybrid of the bad boy and the nice guy. Okay? I like to call nice guys big fucking pussies, because they end up being big fucking pussies because they conform to the woman's wants and needs, and they give her everything that she wants because that's what these guys think is going to keep these women around. It's not. It's going to turn them off. It's going to bore them. They're going to be able to control you. It's funny that these guys don't get it. So the hybrid of the bad boy and, the nice guy. Be somewhere in the middle. And what do I mean by that? I've mentioned this before. I'll mention it again. Okay? There are two types of confident guys. There are cocky, funny guys, and there are cocky, arrogant guys. The bad boys that I've been talking about are the cocky, arrogant guys, where they really don't give a shit about the woman. They don't care about her feelings. All they care about is sex and hanging out, maybe having an activity partner to go places with. They look at women more like a tool. Okay? These are cocky, arrogant guys that just don't give a shit. They're stone cold emotionally. And women are completely emotional. So women are attracted to them because they know these guys are stone cold emotionally, and they're trying to change these guys to be able to emotionally bond with them because the sex is so good, they're really good looking, and maybe these guys are established in other ways. And that keeps these women interested in coming back because of the fucking challenge. Okay? So you don't want to be a cocky, arrogant guy. Be somewhere in the middle, which is cocky, funny. I'm a cocky, funny guy. Even my haters and detractors out there, that follow me, primarily on YouTube, a bunch of guys I've been talking about lately, they think I have a high entertainment value. They're entertained by my shit. They don't think I know what I'm talking about. They don't value my message, but they value the fact that I entertain the shit out of them. So I'm a cocky, funny guy. So do I have some bad boy qualities? Yes, I do, but I'm not a bad person that would never harm a woman or disrespect a woman. I just won't put up with her bullshit, and I'll call her out on it. Okay? But I'm also not going to put, myself above a woman, and I'm not going to put her above me. I'm going to put us at a level playing field. Okay? A bad boy is going to put himself up here and the woman down here. Okay? A cocky, funny, level-headed, well-balanced man that's a hybrid of a, bad boy and a nice guy is going to put himself in the middle and her in the middle as well. That's the way it should be. Equal, fair. Okay? And what is cocky funny? It's a guy that understands bad boy traits but chooses to not behave like a bad boy. But also is not going to kiss a woman's ass, is not going to put her on a pedestal, is not going to conform to all of her wants and needs, but is going to be respectful to her. Okay? And is also open to a relationship. He's also emotionally available, emotionally stable, emotionally aware. Okay? That's what a cocky, funny guy is. And let me tell you something. Even as a cocky, funny guy, a well-balanced, level-headed guy, women naturally shit test men without even realizing it all the fucking time. It's part of their natural instinct. They're going to throw shit at you left and right to see how you react to it or don't react to it. And I've been in relationships in the past where women have thrown something my way, and I'll just say, you know what, that's fucking ridiculous. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. Well, you don't like me or you don't appreciate what I have to say. No, I appreciate what you have to say, but what you're saying is bullshit. I thought we had a great relationship. We do have a great relationship. I like being with you. You're a cool woman. I love spending time with you. But if I have to put up with your bullshit to be with you, then I'd rather be single. I've had to say that before in the past. Let me tell you what happens. 2 seconds later, she shuts her mouth and comes over, starts making out with me. Right? because I stood up for my fucking self, and she knew she was wrong. She was throwing me a load of shit, and I called her out on it. Now, does that make me a bad boy? No. Does that make me a big fucking pussy, too nice of a guy? No. It makes me a well-balanced man saying, hey, look, I will respect you at the same level you respect me. If you respect me and appreciate me and love me, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, okay, in a genuine way, I'll give you the same respect in return. But the moment you start throwing shit my way is the moment I'm going to stand up for myself and call you out. Let me tell you, that is the most attractive quality to a woman. So to you ladies out there that say you want a nice guy, and nice guys don't finish last, you're bullshitting yourself. You're bullshitting yourself. Okay? The thing is, most ladies out there today, they want their cake and they want to eat it too. Okay? They want their cake and they want to eat it too. Again, they go for the bad boys because the bad boys have this confidence and arrogance, and the women can't penetrate that. Women are attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. They're also attracted to men that they can't figure out. Same thing by saying they're attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. Because you could be hanging out with a woman and showing her that you're enjoying her company. But if you don't tell her or tell her too much, she's going to wonder what you think about her. And the more a woman wonders what you think about her, the better position it puts you in as a man, and the more safe, comfortable, and secure she feels. That she can trust your masculine core, that you're actually a man and not a big fucking pussy, and not a nice guy, a quote unquote nice guy. It's just ridiculous. When I saw that clip earlier today on that MGTOW channel, where the guy was using it under fair use and he was critiquing it, I totally agree with him. I was laughing. I was totally laughing, especially when these ladies would say, I pretty much have only dated men from the hood and this and that, and now I want a nice guy. Why in the hell are you going to the hood to date men if you're technically a classy woman that is higher value and higher status? Why would you even go to the hood in the first place? Why wouldn't you try to go after the nice guy initially? Because you've probably gone for the nice guy in the past. And while he was a nice guy, and he might have been decent looking, and he might have been an okay lover, the fact that he was too nice turned you off. The fact that he was emotionally weaker than you turned you off. You couldn't feel his emotional strength. You couldn't feel his strength as a man, and it turned you off. You felt stronger than him. So it turned you off to the point of where you were confused and wondering why you're not having feelings for this guy, and why you're not connecting with him romantically, even though he's a decent looking guy, he's got his shit together and all that. It is because of the fact that he's too nice and you're emotionally stronger than him. Take notes, guys. You gotta be emotionally stronger than your women, than the women you date today or marry. You gotta be emotionally stronger, because the moment they're emotionally stronger than you, you are done with a capital D. You are done with a capital D. You ladies don't want a nice guy. You think you do, you don't. You don't want a fucking nice guy, so stop saying that. Stop bullshitting yourselves. And stop confusing men out there that are trying to figure this shit out. They're trying to figure you modern women out. Ladies, you got to be honest with yourselves first. You talk about this shit on daytime TV, which is catered around you, because you ladies have 85% of the buying power. So most of you are watching these shows that are talking shit about men, And then the sponsors advertise on them, and they advertise feminine products that they know you ladies are going to buy because you have 85% of the buying power. I've mentioned this many times before. I'll mention it again. And in the past, I mentioned these daytime shows where you have a bunch of women talking shit about men and their issues with men and shit like that. They're a bunch of bullshit. They're a bunch of horse shit. But they're entertaining, and women will tune in and watch them. And sponsors will sponsor them because they know women will buy every fucking thing. Women are impulse buyers. They'll buy every fucking thing they see on the damn screen. They'll go to Amazon. They won't even leave their fucking home. They'll go to Amazon and buy that shit. Right there from the comfort of their own couch. If they're married and they're taking care of their kid or kids while their husband is busting ass at work, they'll sit there and fucking spend his money and buy that shit. That's what fucking happens. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Maybe that husband that's at work has given the credit card to his wife that's a stay-at-home mom because he's too nice of a guy, because he has not set any boundaries on the finances of the family. You know, all this stuff just really... Give me 1 second here. Just wait for that car to pass. All of these things regarding female nature in the modern world, it really bugs me because it's just really confusing good men out there. That's why I do what I do. I thoroughly understand what's going on. I thoroughly understand why women are behaving the way they're behaving, and I understand what they respond to. Okay, as I head back to my car before I drop off my selfie stick and continue on my daily walk, let me just talk about the difference between what women say they want and what they respond to. Those are two different fucking things. Well, all those women on that show or any other woman out there that feels you want a nice guy in your life if you're single, that's what you say you want. But then once you get that guy, you go on a date with him, and if you so happen to get past the first date and go to a second date, how are you going to respond to them? What do you respond to? Are you going to respond to the fact that he's overly nice and overly kissing your ass and pulling out the seat for you at the restaurant and opening the car door for you? Now, look, I don't have a problem being chivalrous with a woman once I get to know her and know that she's really into me for the right reasons. And maybe it's been 2 or 3 months and now we have a committed relationship, and I feel that she's worthy and she feels I'm worthy, okay? And I feel she deserves that type of treatment. There's nothing wrong with opening the car door for your woman or pulling the seat out for her at the restaurant. But don't do it initially. It's a fucking sign of fucking weakness. It's a fucking sign of kissing her ass. Don't be a jerk, but don't be too much. Initially, when you're going out to meet women, guys, okay? You know, be a good guy, but be a good solid guy. Don't kiss her ass, but don't be a jerk. Be right in the middle. And you know what? Have some balls. Ask her some questions. Ask her some questions that you feel other guys wouldn't ask her. Throw her off a little bit. And while it might appear like it's turning her off, deep down inside, she's thinking, wow, this guy has balls. He's different and more unique than any other guy I've met. Most other guys, they try to kiss my ass to get in my pants. This guy is just fucking with me. He's having fun. He doesn't give a shit whether he gets in my pants or not. The truth of the matter is, every man wants to get in women's pants, even good men. Even good men like me that want a relationship. We love pussy. Pardon my French. I just had to say it that way. We love pussy. But there's a right and a wrong way of attracting the pussy to you guys. It's almost like you got to play your cards in the way where you have to almost pretend like you don't want the pussy to get the pussy. Okay? You have to pretend like you don't want the pussy to get the pussy. It's a figure of speech. I'm not a one-night stand type of guy. I'm a relationship-minded guy. But it's just a figure of speech that men use. If it's derogatory to you ladies, my apologies. I didn't mean it to come off that way. But as a man, when you go on these dates, if you want your best chance of getting a second date or getting the woman to feel attraction for you, you almost have to kind of pretend like you don't give a shit about the outcome. You gotta pretend like even if you're attracted to her, she's hot and you like her personality, you gotta just sit there and be cool and say, yeah, I'm having a good time. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so you just gotta be laid back. You can't let her see your interest. At least early on, you can't let her see your interest. You have to make her wonder. Women become more attracted to men when they wonder about your feelings. If they can figure your fucking feelings out, you're fucking done. Again, like I mentioned earlier, if they figure your fucking feelings out, then you're done. If they figure out that you're emotionally weak, unstable, or insecure, you're fucking done. And once again, before I wrap this up, the sad thing about it is if they figure out your weaknesses and instead of leaving you, now they start exploiting your weaknesses. Now they start pretending to like you to extract your resources, aka your money and other aspects. Maybe you're a really good lover. Maybe she wants to keep you around and still have great sex with you until she finds someone else that fulfills her emotionally as well. So maybe you're an emotionally weak man, but you're a great fucking lover, so she keeps you around. But that wouldn't make much sense because to women, sex is more emotional than physical, in my opinion. And quite honestly, I'm one of the few men that agree with that. The best sex I've ever had is sex that's been emotionally bonding. There's nothing better than making love. And if you guys think making love is a funny word, making love to a woman that you're emotionally bonded with and you feel that, deep emotional connection with. Now, granted, you're not always going to make love. You're going to fuck at times. You're going to switch it up. You don't want to turn her off. You don't want to always say, "Hey, baby, let's make love." Sometimes you say, "Let's fuck." Sometimes you say, "Hey, let's get to it," or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, okay? So, again, I think this video's been all over the place. Been kind of in a weird mood today because of the videos I recorded in my studio earlier that didn't come out due to my error, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So don't mind me if this video sounds all over the place, but I do hope it makes sense for the most part. Okay? Because look, I'm not only trying to help men understand this better within this video or within my videos, I'm trying to help women understand themselves better. It's a lot harder for women to understand themselves because they're emotional beings and men are logical beings. Now, I'm not saying that women don't have a logical side. They do, but they think with their emotions first. Okay? Women think with their emotions first and then they reason with logic. Men think with their, logical side. They're logical creatures. We think logically first and then possibly respond emotionally. That's what makes it interesting between men and women. We're on the opposite side of the spectrum. We're on opposite sides of the spectrum. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it challenging. If we were exactly the same, with the exception of our body parts, it would be boring. It'd be stale. But because women are emotional beings and men are logical beings, now granted, we do have emotions too. It makes it an interesting fucking world to live in. Makes it really fucking interesting to live in. Okay? Think about it, ladies. Think about it. You've got so many options nowadays. You've got the mainstream media, you've got the government, you've got corporations all backing you because you have 85% of the buying power. Every message out there is focused towards you. When men put out messages towards women in the same ways that you ladies are putting out messages towards men, no one wants to fund us. No one wants to sponsor us, but they sponsor you. They sponsor you solely on the fact because you have 85% of the buying power. And if they sponsored men with only 15% of the buying power here in the U.S. in today's day and age, they would piss off you ladies and then they would lose money. But is that fair? Absolutely fucking not. And most of you ladies probably know that in some capacity. And if you don't know it consciously, you know it subconsciously. And that's why you behave in the way you behave. That's why you go for the bad boy, because the bad boy keeps you wondering and intrigues you and makes you curious. But when you get tired of the bad boy, then you go to the nice guy. And when you figure out he's too nice and you're emotionally stronger than him, then you either leave him or in many cases you start using him for his resources. You get him emotionally attached. You get him to believe that you really feel it for him when you really don't. You give him a little sex every now and then. And then he just keeps feeding the money your way. Keeps taking you to those nice dinners. Keeps introducing you to his friends. And maybe he has some high-powered friends. Maybe you see him as a status symbol. And you're just using him until you build your status, because deep down inside, you're not emotionally attracted to him. You may not even be physically attracted to him. But even if you're physically attracted to him, if the emotional bond is not there, if you're emotionally stronger than him, it's going to turn you off. And if that happens, the right thing to do, ladies, is to just say, hey, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling the emotional connection. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to break up with you. Okay. But don't take advantage of men because you can. Because most men out there are ripe for the picking. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and guys. Pay close attention to this one. Most of you guys out there are ripe for the picking because all you want is an attractive, nice, sweet woman in your life to have a family with, right? But most of you guys don't understand modern day female nature, and that's what I'm here to teach you. And I'm here to help you ladies also understand the modern man and what we go through. It's a two-way street. But it's worse for men than women. I'm telling you right now, you women think you have it bad. You don't. You've got it really good. You think you're still, suffering, in many ways in the workforce with the equal pay thing. No, you don't. You've got all that shit. You've got everything. You've got everyone supporting you. I'll tell you this right now. For the rest of my life, I will never, ever, ever, ever listen to a woman come up to me and say that women are still being treated unfairly in the modern world. You women have everything nowadays. And if you don't have it, you can easily get it. Because that's the way the system is today. So to wrap this up, when you ladies say you really want a nice guy, what do you really want? Do you really want someone to have a life with and grow old with and accept him for who he is? Instead of the bad boy that's only giving you the sexual needs and not the emotional? Or are you just looking to extract the guy's resources because he's a nice guy? And when you figure out he's a nice guy and you're emotionally, stronger than him and you fall in love with him, do you still keep him around and take advantage of him? What do you really want? Think about it. Okay? That's going to wrap it up for me here today. Hopefully, I'll have the energy tonight to record my intro video and the other video I need to record for the front page of my website. If not, it'll be done next couple of days. And again, if you would like to submit your stories to the sanctuary, just go to my website at coacheli.com. Below here in the lower third, you'll see it. And just click on the contact section and go to where it says Video Relationship Sanctuary. Send me an email There's a link there you can click on to send me an email at sanctuary@coacheliasmelas.com. Sanctuary, sanctuary @coacheliasmelas.com. And send me your story. If you want me to keep your name anonymous, let me know. And if I feel it's a good enough story that all of my viewers would gain benefit from, I will respond to you in a future video. Okay? With that being said, y'all have yourselves a great day, great night whenever you view this, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.